it's important to know how the Gen Zs think. I would term myself as a social butterfly.
How is social media reacting to your bad days?
Some people are always there to, speak shit about it.
What do you guys think of being disciplined or
I feel that this generation is a bit lazy.
how much of it adds value the word Christ University in your resume?
यहाँ पे तो यार सांस लेने से 2000 रुपए उड़ जा.
The common perception outside is Gen Zs are extremes.
Earlier I used to think कि हाँ यार कोई भाई बहन होता, like if I would have had a sibling it would have been great, but yeah, then I realized नहीं यार, पूरा property is coming to me. Bengali guys are the most unattractive thing in the whole world. FOMO is for me it works when I see stories of people traveling to really beautiful places.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of No Filter Please. This is India's only student Gen Z podcast where we will understand them in a bit more closer quarters of life. Let's discover what are they thinking, what are their thoughts, what are their opinions, because this generation is known for their opinions. So in today's episode, I have Olivia, a MBA student from Christ University. Olivia, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So before we dig in deeper, just introduce yourself and tell why we should be having this conversation with you today.
Okay, so hi guys, I'm Olivia from the city of Joy, Kolkata, and I'm an MBA student from Christ University, Bangalore. And we should have a conversation because I think it's important to know how the Gen Zs think.
That is there, but why should I have this conversation with you? Who are you? I mean, with all of this leaving MBA and all of those, like a student aspect of you, who you are as a person?
Okay, I would say that I would term myself as a social butterfly because I'm very socially active. Like whatever happens in my life,
It's on internet.
It's on internet. So, and also, I am a fun-loving girl. I love to make friends. I love to hang out with friends. I always love to be around friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's friends or you're a people person?
It's more of I'm a people person.
Okay. So when you say social butterfly,
Yeah.
and everything that is happening in your life is already on social media.
Yeah.
And do you put filters? Like filters in broader aspect. Are you selective in putting things happy, cozy, nice aspect of your life, or do you even put
No.
the other side of it?
No, I put the other side of it also. Like
That
I
you had
don't
a
put
bad
any
day.
filter. Yeah, if I have a bad day, I'll post it. I'll let my followers know that it was a bad day. Why it was a bad day.
Okay.
How it was a bad
What
day.
is the reaction? Do they relate to you, or are they like, are you trying to take sympathy? How is social media reacting to your bad days?
I mean, I think some people do sympathize, and some people are always there to speak shit about it. So there's a mixture of people, mixture of audience.
When we wanted to, we were trying to get a title for this show, right? Because talking to students, Gen Z, there is so much, because you guys are the next politicians, policy makers, I don't know how am I gonna have a retired life, because my future is in your hands. I mean, forget a generation previous to mine. At least I am concerned about how do I plan my retirement life. So that's why I wanted to have personally this conversation, understand, because like I said, you guys are the future, or you guys are present future, whatever it is, right? But when you think of a Gen Z as a politician sitting in an assembly and trying to draft a policy, what can I expect? Because I transited from no digital space to a digital space.
Yes.
I'm an immigrant. You guys are native. I mean, you born internet, and there is so much, like you said, you want whole world to know what you're going through. You're a social butterfly.
Yes.
I think for me, that was not even a term. I mean, like social butterfly, that was not even a term. So that is exactly why we wanted to have this conversation, know more about you guys in close quarters. So, just be rest assured that we're going to have a good retired life.
I mean, it's going to be different and new.
Okay.
It's not going to be bad. I'm not saying that it's going to be bad, but it's going to be new and different.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what will you guys maybe making policies on? Social media?
No, not only social media. Like, the new Gen Z generation is different, but I don't think they're ignorant or, they're more advanced about politics. I think we guys we keep track on everything, news, politics,
You know?
and I think it's going to be more advanced.
Okay. I mean, if you're saying, I would like
I
to
mean,
believe.
it's just my opinion.
No, most welcome. That's exactly like I'll go back to that while we were, trying to figure out a title for this show, right? That's exactly what the thought that we went through. This generation has no
But
filter.
undoubtedly, it's going to be more digitized.
Huh. That it is.
That is, yeah.
See,
it's very
of course, right?
obvious.
When I think our previous generation got used to calculator, and then came a scientific calculator, and then everything happens on mobile. I don't think so now anybody even gets into calculation. They'll say, hey Siri, okay Google, just give me the calculator.
Yeah, but in universities, it's not allowed.
So universities are not upgraded.
Yeah.
Generation is upgraded.
Generation is upgraded. Yeah, during, at least in my university, they'll not allow anything. No
Okay,
smartphones.
now
there's
that you
nothing.
went straight into your university,
Yeah.
you come from one of the topmost universities of Bangalore or Karnataka per se, right? Christ. So what it is to be in Christ? How is your life inside Christ?
Oh, it's very stressful actually.
You know, right? Your lectures would be watching this.
Yeah. But yeah, it's true. It's really gets stressful at times. It's a very disciplined university. I mean, it's really good to be at Christ, but it's sometimes it gets tough also.
But is there anything that your generation is not okay with being disciplined? Like, what do you guys think of being disciplined? Or
I mean, I feel that this generation is a bit most of the people.
Bit lazy?
Yeah.
Willingly lazy or
I
ऐसे ही by birth आदत से
नहीं,
मजबूर?
आदत से कुछ लोग हैं, and I think there was a trend also sometimes, like that of being lazy. Some people are lazy by choice.
Being
But
lazy is a
at
trend.
Christ, you cannot be lazy.
That
You
is.
cannot. There's no option.
So before this, where were you studying?
I was studying in Bhubaneswar, like IIT TIM. I did my BBA from there.
Okay.
Specialization on travel and tourism management.
Oh, give me 5. I have a graduation in travel and tourism too.
Oh, wow.
I mean, my syllabus was a bit crazy. We used to sit and do itineraries of tours.
Exactly. Yeah. That my whole 3 years was all about it.
Nice. You know what had happened once in Viva, because we are discussing. So for us, Vivas were like some external person would come to your campus.
Yes,
It's not
exactly.
your lectures, right?
Yeah,
Viva
same,
mein.
same.
So they would sit and evaluate your project. So my project was create a brochure for travel tourism company that you own, like any of these
Yeah.
Thomas Cooks of the world, right? So one of my friends had done, and I was the last person to do assignment on time. मेरा हमेशा से cut copy paste ही होता था. So I was this lazy I didn't even change the name on the brochure. It was some XYZ travel and tour company, and my friend had done the beautiful brochure. So I just changed the color from yellow to pink. And when by I don't know what good God grace that day, I've just changed the address of it. It's still XYZ Tours and Travel. And my friend goes first for the Viva, and she's appreciated the brochure and everything. This external person remembers it. And then I go. Almost end mein aata hai mera number. So I go inside, and that Viva person is like, I've seen this brochure. Only color is changed and the address is changed. It's the same exact design. Name is also same. To copy kar rahi thi, at least naam to badal leti na. I said, I'm caught. My marks are gone. First of all, I'm not good in attendance. I'm not good in other things. At least Viva mein, we used to think, yaha, we will, adjust our marks. Then for a second, I thought, and then I was like, ma'am, I took a franchisee of the same company. So it is in a different area. It's the same parental company, but it's franchisee. She was like, you guys will come up with some answer to justify
even this generation is so smart.
I mean, I'm sure you guys are 200%.
This is also a reason why we guys are lazy, because we get everything on ChatGPT and Google Bard.
That is there, but with the travel and tourism Viva, I just went one step behind in memory. That subject was so good. Why I want to emphasize is what you're doing, what you took as a subject, travel and tourism, is right. It's not one among those top chosen course, right?
Yeah.
It's very
niche
or unheard of mostly. I mean, travel and tourism as a subject, it's a management subject in itself. So how was it studying that? I mean, why did you choose travel and tourism? How was it? If you can just throw some light. So if somebody who was sitting on the other side of the camera.
Sure. So I'm a person since my childhood. Like, I used to love traveling. So I thought, why not do something on that only? Like, I thought that starting that would be really exciting for me.
Okay.
So it initially did not go well because my parents forced me into an honors college in Kolkata. So I was doing history honors in Bethune College. That's the first women's college in Asia. Okay, yeah, it's a very famous college.
Okay.
So yeah, so I completed for 1 year, but yeah, it was like dil nahi maan raha tha. I wanted to do
You were not interested in
travel
knowing
and
the
tourism
history.
only, yeah. Not interested, like history was my favorite subject, but still मुझे मन था, I wanted to do travel and tourism. I wanted to study.
But we will continue this conversation. Just pinpoint. Did you know that travel and tourism is a subject that is available, or is it like because you were passionate, you went and researched? Is there anything to do around travel and tourism?
Yeah, so I researched.
Okay. Or was there any reference, mama, chacha ka beta, koi bhi?
हाँ, so एक तो like I was finding something around like what I can do that is related to travel, and at that time like when I like completed my 12th, at that time there was this craze for traveling around.
Okay.
Okay, so that made me research on it, and also I got some references from my uncle that there's a college like this. So yeah, then I opted for it. I got admission, but my parents forced me to do like they were like, पढ़ना है तो कोलकाता में रह के पढ़ो, or else मत पढ़ो. So yeah, so I took that.
Then it is quite a journey from their non-agreement for you to move out of Kolkata to come to Bangalore, and it's almost like what, 3 hours away, even in the flight.
Bangalore, yes.
Bangalore.
No, so my graduation I did from Bhubaneswar. So 1 year I studied honors, and then like I again convinced my parents, my grandpa, everyone, and they convinced my dad, and then finally I landed up.
Okay.
Next year I again got admission. I sat for the exam, I got admission, and then I landed up in Bhubaneswar. So
see, again, a very important topic, right? Parents at times don't understand where you're coming from, and that trial and error goes on, and in that you lost 1 year.
yes,
And imagine that 1 year would have cost you so much of like, loss in terms of, mental stress, or, because मन नहीं लग रहा है, दिल नहीं लग रहा है, फिर भी पढ़ना पड़ता है. So why are parents like this in spite of having so much of information available? And I think this topic is widely discussed now. You'll have to let your kids choose what they want. I mean, at least there is a conversation around it. Parents are mostly today a little more accommodative than what they were. But still it happens that they force you to do something of their choice. What do you think? Like, why would they do that?
So, I mean, in my case, I would say, like, my mother, she understands me a lot and she supports me a lot. But my dad is a bit rigid in that case. So, it's difficult to convince my dad.
Okay.
I think it depends on the willingness of the parents if they want to understand or not. So, I think my dad does not want to understand me. And in that case, my mom wants to understand me.
So there's a balance.
So yeah, there's a balance.
Okay, good. Now, what was your life like in Bhubaneswar? I'm Tier 2 city, right?
Yeah. So
How was it? Like, how did
it's
it
very
add
different
value?
from Bangalore.
I'm sure, yeah.
So I mean, it was a normal college life. 6 baje entry बंद हो जाता था. Then there was only hostel life I had. So
अच्छा नहीं था? Why are you so
Not
sad?
that-
Explain that 6 o'clock
no,
everything
so
was on.
I've always been this like college mein I used to have most of the responsibilities. So there also I had a busy life only. So I was a classier, I was a cultural secretary. So I was occupied with work there also. But only that thing is different. Like here I do have a lot of freedom. There 6 baje life band
Okay.
inside college, hostel life.
Hostel life नहीं होता है. Life बंद होता है.
नहीं मतलब outside world से different होता है, but yeah, hostel life is also very good.
I love Tier 2 city kids. I don't know for what. I think maybe because they are less corrupted, less exposed. Because what happens with city like Bangalore, overexposure, I feel it kills your common sense to one level because there's a busy life, you're getting influenced, and there is a FOMO angle that kicks in city like Bangalore,
Exactly.
right? But in Tier 2, you still have a space to grow your personality to, I mean, I don't know, it's my personal...
Tier 2 cities, you get a lot of time for yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of time to spend with someone and, grow a relationship. So I would say I had really made very good friends when
Meaningful
I was in
relationships.
Meaningful relationships when I was in Tier 2 city.
Also, thoda bahut innocent will stay with those students with,
क्योंकि
tier
वो
2.
एज का भी वो फैक्टर है तब, like it was the first time I went out of my house, तो वो होता है.
Then what made you land in Bangalore, come to Bangalore, choose Christ?
Actually, so I had this plan of doing MBA.
Okay.
Matlab, even I started working after this, like I completed my graduation, but then again the second lockdown happened.
Oh.
So at that time I decided कि MBA I wanted to do only, so why not this time?
Okay.
It's a perfect time to start off. So yeah, and I got.
But then why did you choose Bangalore out of all other cities?
Because I think ek to it's the Silicon Valley of India.
Okay.
So I knew that if I land up in Bangalore, I'm not leaving the city without a job.
Okay.
उसका तो guarantee है ही.
So job, it's not Christ as a university, or it's job and the city that you thought it will offer you more than just a college and atmosphere.
See, according to me, Christ is always a very good university to land up in. Also the location. So I was like, if I'm getting Christ, if I'm getting the main campus in Bangalore, then only I'm going. So my preference was the city, first of all. And then.
So are you proud of the decision you made?
Yes. I mean, हाँ, comes with a lot of hurdles. बहुत मेहनत करना पड़ता है Christ में, but I'm proud of the decision I made.
Tell me how much of how much of it adds value, the word Christ University, in your resume? Did you get any chance to test that?
Yeah, I mean, my placements are going on right now. अभी बस शुरू हुआ है. Christ is itself a brand. And I think the university inculcates everything in you. The punctualness, the discipline.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have a choice. You will have to do it. Christ is like that. कोई choice नहीं है. Class में आना पड़ेगा. You don't even have a choice to miss classes. Even if you are having attendance over 85%, you don't have a choice to miss class.
Very good.
Class में आना पड़ेगा. If you're sick, really sick, if you have a reason, if you have that certificate, only then you can show. If you're not,
so it adds certain amount of discipline.
Yeah.
जबरदस्ती ही सही.
जबरदस्ती ही सही, लेकिन
But थोड़ा बहुत discipline तो आ ही जाता है. Now tell me, leave all this academical. There is a brand value to it. I think most of us choose college like that, right? A cool factor होता है. The moment you say Christ, they will attend to you in a much more serious way, or they give you that importance because of the brand that the college is built and the quality of maybe students that Christ is producing. But tell me, how much of it is true that you are industry ready when you study in Christ, or what is your skill set like? If I have to draw a comparison between your skill set and somebody who's studying in tier 2, do you guys stand equal, or what is it like?
I feel this discipline that Christ follows from the very first day, like 8:30 class, 8:25 you have to be inside class.
Okay.
Else you're not getting attendance.
So you mean to say turning up on time is a skill?
I mean, yeah, all these things like dressing good every day, be groomed, speaking well. I think all these things Christ inculcates.
Okay.
I think that makes.
How much do you rate yourself on scale of 10 when it comes to skill, or are you industry ready candidate today? Are you job ready? Like, see, what I strongly believe, and I see the trend is also shifting slowly, right? No more people are, of course, your graduation, post-graduation, everything adds value. That certificate gives you 2 rounds of interview opportunity. On a preference basis. अच्छा, Christ का candidate है, कुछ तो अच्छा निकलेगा. Caller on the first priority, right? It gives you that priority or the preference. But I think on the table, at the end of a day, your paycheck or whether they're hiring you or not is completely depending upon what you bring to the table. Yeah. What is that you bring to the table? Okay, you've done MBA, all well and great, but what else do you bring to the table? So today, that's what I see. Everybody are in trading mood. We're okay, we will pay you whatever you want, but you tell us what is the value addition, what is the deal that you're bringing to the table. So is Christ kind of an university? I'm not just talking Christ, but any tier 1 college, right? For that matter. How are they seeing this trend? Are they talking about this inside the campus? I'm sure there are other skill programs that you guys go through. Yeah. It can be Microsoft Office or presentation making.
Digital marketing courses.
Yeah, so that's what I want to understand. If at all our viewers also can understand that listen, it comes with a cost. It's an investment that
Yeah.
your parents or you would have made, right, to get a premium college admission in a premium college, right? How do you see this ROI compared to
Other colleges.
other colleges?
Yeah, so I feel the MBA courses, the ROI is very high. That's why students do actually choose Christ. In fact, I also chose Christ for that. So compared to other colleges, the ROI is really high.
Okay.
And I mean, the placements are also going well only.
So was there any situation with you during your placement that they asked something that where you felt, oh shit, I'm not ready for this yet, or I'm not prepared? Was there any moment like that?
I mean, mostly when the companies come and they ask for an engineering role or something, at that time I feel like, yeah, इस पे तो apply नहीं कर सकते.
No, I mean you sit in an interview, job interview 101. Everything is going on, but did you anytime feel that यार और भी तैयारी करना था? They are asking much more. The industry is demanding certain things more that I'm not equipped with. कुछ ऐसा हुआ था?
Yet though I've not come across anything like that, but I do personally feel this ki I should be more skilled actually.
Skilled as what? Like what are the skills that you think that
I think I should do more. I should focus more on acquiring courses, doing courses
like
for being industry ready, like digital marketing courses, like workshops maybe where I can get to learn how to do it properly. Yeah, all that.
Okay.
AI courses also.
Yeah, I was
AI
just coming to
courses
that
also, yeah.
because see, the moment you said GPT and all of it, right?
Yeah.
It's not GPT, but I think because this whole discussion that goes on about GPTs will eat up the jobs,
So
it will
I feel
replace
like I lack on that and I need to upskill that.
AI part.
AI course I need to do.
Okay.
I mean, any company would want that. If you have that, it's like
that's what
like getting a job would be a slice of cake.
Great. See, this clarity of thought is what I appreciate with your generation, right? You're much more. Is it because of the social media that every news is at our fingertips? I'm like, what's happening in Infosys, what's happening in Accenture, what's happening with DMart. I mean, there's so much of information available, right? So how do you process this? Is it creating a FOMO, for example? You said you feel you already know what you're lacking, right? That clarity of thought is what helps this generation make, I think, better decision. I think I landed up in Bangalore thinking I'll be a civil servant. I had no clarity of thought what it is to be, a civil servant. Then I ended up being a marketeer. So we did a lot of trial and error. And then, after 10 years, then we realized, okay, my software is made for this. I would want to be this. So we took time to understand. In that, we made a lot of trial and error. But maybe with your generation, that's one opportunity that itna sara news mil raha hai, you guys are processing it also. And then you also know, mujhe AI I want to go do deeper courses or learn more, and then it will, like you said, slice. So help me understand both the side of it, right? One, how this clarity of thought is helping you make better decisions. If there is any example of your own life, help me with that. The second part is also how this over information or clarity of too much of clarity on thoughts where it is making you feel like, yaar, maine bahut dekh liya life mein already, chhod do. So do you guys get into this space?
Kabhi, like when we are very much stressed.
Okay.
But the clarity what you were talking about, I think going through all these news, as if our news is very, easily available. Every time we are watching that AI is, eating up jobs of people and all. So yeah, I think those things give us a clarity ki if you don't know how to run AI and all, then yeah, you are, backseated.
Correct.
Actually. So fir I feel ki I should, upskill myself on that.
How about on the other side? Do you, at times, like you said, you get stressed, right? I mean, I've had multiple conversations on this couch or this show already. So the common point that most of the students came up with is like, I think by early 30s, I'll take retirement, I'll become monk. So these are the kind of, because they think that been there, done that already at the age of 20. How can you be there, do that in the age of, I don't understand.
No, I mean, I don't think like that.
Okay.
I don't think like that. But yeah, sometimes I do get stressed and then I'm like, yeah, chai hoga ye karke. But but that's not meaningful. I mean, that stays for some time, but then फिर अकल आता है नहीं करना
करना
पड़ेगा.
पड़ेगा. Correct.
You'll have to survive.
Now, are you the only kid?
Yeah.
Only kid? How it is to, I mean, how good, or what is the like positive and negative of being only child?
I mean, all the attention is on you only, nowhere else. Quite pampered.
Do you also miss that, you know, having sibling, or is it
Yeah,
like when
I
you
mean,
said
I
that
used
focus
to.
is on you,
On me.
it's scary, right? When you're the only focus of your parents'
Yeah.
life.
So it actually being a single child comes with a lot of responsibilities
Correct.
also. Earlier I used to think कि हाँ यार कोई भाई बहन होता, like if I would have had a sibling it would have been great, but yeah, then I realized नहीं यार सही है. पूरा property is coming to me only.
Again, clarity of thought, guys. Focus on that.
Yeah.
लड़की अभी MBA फिनिश करके Fortune 500 कंपनी में जॉब लेके फिर खुद की फॉर्च्यून कमा के then parents properties also. Is it something to do with Kolkata? Because I've seen, I mean, I'm not stereotyping, don't take me wrong, but most of the Kolkata people that I at least know are very money focused.
Is it?
Yeah.
नहीं ऐसा.
I mean, maybe I've met wrong Kolkata.
I feel
folks.
Kolkata people are most, they are filled with emotions and all.
Oh.
उतना money focus नहीं है. Money focused people are, I would say, Marwadis are very money focused.
That runs in their
Not
blood.
stereotyping, but
Good. No, we had one of the Madhu kids from Mount Carmel. I mean, her relationship with was money very different. So that's what, you know, Gen Z at times leaves me in confusion. I'm like, hey, kya ye log? Like, you know.
but yeah, Gen Z, yeah, we do value money. We do understand the importance of
Great. So I think we've reached the right stage of conversation, right? What's your relationship with money like?
money.
Yeah.
Something without that I can't survive.
That
At
nobody
least not
can.
in this city. यहाँ पे तो यार सांस लेने से 2,000 रुपए उड़ जाता है.
कितना pocket money मिलता है? How much do you get usually?
Pocket money around 20,000 सब कुछ मिला के.
मतलब उसमें you manage your rent and other things?
Everything, yeah,
अच्छा,
yeah,
अच्छा, okay. So leaving all that, you know, like standard expenses like rent या कोई खाना and all mess का खर्चा and all that. What is your मतलब money for you, like you for your personal outing, or you know you'll have to buy some makeup, shopping? What's your personal expense in the month like? Leave those rents and other things, the standard expenses.
It's not much actually. 10,000 around.
10,000? You think it's enough or no?
No, it's not enough.
So what do you do when you call up
Sometimes-
mama and say,
No, हाँ कभी कभी मतलब ऐसा है
assignment
कि
बहुत मिला है, I'll have to buy two
So,
different
yeah,
books.
What I do, I really don't want my parents to see this.
It's okay. Yeah.
So I say, Papa, बीमार हूँ,
Oh God.
डॉक्टर के पास जाना है. So yeah, कभी कभी I do it. And अगर like I'm going through like बहुत ही खराब condition है, I don't have money, then I will call my mom. मम्मी भूख लगी है.
And mommy gives you money or she says, अच्छा Swiggy में मैं order कर रही हूँ?
नहीं, okay, sometimes I do that also. I make my dad order for me. And sometimes sometimes I do this ki Papa, can you send me 50 rupees? I know Papa will not send me 50 rupees.
So clever. So he'll add another zero and send you 500?
Yeah. He does
He
that.
would be thinking, Bechari.
And then sometimes my dad would say, I don't have money, I'm not giving you any money. I'll cut the phone and then notification comes, yeah, you sent me money. I mean, all my friends know what all I do.
So imagine a situation, Papa also.
So I mean, I think I'm a single child, that's why I can do all these things. है ना?
What?
अगर if I had a younger brother or sister, तब मेरे ऊपर आ जाता responsibility. I would think in a different way.
So you said you were working before taking an MBA. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Where were you working? What were you working as?
So I would call it an internship only, because I did only for 4 months, and then the lockdown thing happened.
Was it a paid internship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Full. So it was a workation kind of a thing.
Okay.
So it was under Orissa government, the tourism department.
Nice.
Eco-Retreat Orissa. So I
Nice.
was working there.
Government paid you?
No, not directly.
So there was somebody in the
there was
middle.
somebody,
Okay.
yeah.
An agency kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Now tell me, because that word internship came out, how much do you value experience over money? I'll tell you, work with me, I'll give you experience certificate for 3 months, but I'll not pay you a penny. Would you be interested? Or I say, I'll give you money, but not experience letter. What would you choose?
I would choose the experience letter.
Why so?
Because I think experience matters. I mean, I can't go and show the money to the next company I'll be applying for, right? But I can show the experience. That's a proof that, yeah, I've worked there.
But you know what has happened? I'll tell you, this data will blow your mind. I mean, I was just doing some research before starting Timbuktu because we are a part-time job portal for students, right? So we wanted to move away from a word internship for so many said reasons, that we wanted money as the end outcome of your time invested or your skill invested, is because when you say internship, 62 to 63% of the internship certificates that are submitted are fake or got out of influence or self-created. And as an employer today, I have nothing concrete to validate whether this is, because of course you would have given reference number. Yeah, I would put my friend ka and I would say so and so company say you'll get a call. Please give a feedback. It has happened with us. We have done that in the college, right? Like, dost ka hi number dala hua hai, and my friend would be pretending to be the HR or all. So there is nobody who's validating this. But money at the end of the day gives you that extra cushion or extra it just makes you a little more confident about, acha, if this person is paying me per hour 500 rupees, matlab kuch to hai mere mein. Is that what I mean? I want to understand with you guys, how much of that paper holds a value versus the confidence that money gives.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if
I want a genuine answer. Don't give me this experience.
If an internship is paid, of course, we feel better, and we also put more inputs in that. If it is paid, so if we do a bit more hard work in comparison to an internship that is not paid. Yeah.
Did you do any non-paid internships?
I mean, the first internship I did in my life, only one internship I did unpaid in India Tourism, in Medical India. Yeah, that was.
Okay.
After that, everything was paid.
So, do you agree to that point that money gives you confidence?
Of course, it does.
And it's your own money, so it's not your borrowed money from parents.
Also, I would say that if given two options, if suppose a big company is giving me an internship, but it is not paying me, and in comparison to that, a startup is offering me internship, but it is paying me also. So I think I would choose the startup.
Very good. So why so? Is it because you get to be part of the small team, learn from the horses? Why would you choose startup?
I mean, yeah, because firstly, it's I'm working there. It would be giving me a certificate. It would be also paying me. And working in a startup, I think I would get to learn a lot.
Yes.
Everything I would get to learn, like how a business starts to how it works, everything.
So what plans after MBA? Working, but do you see yourself being a startup founder, Ashbina, because Bangalore do influence you?
Yeah, it
and
does.
I think there is some crazy thing in this air.
I mean, I do want to start working first, gather some years of experience. I do have plans of, starting a tourism company only.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why are you so fascinated about traveling?
Because since childhood only, I've been traveling. Like, Bengalis travel a lot. Even you check the statistics, I think it's Bengalis and the Gujaratis only who, does a lot of inbound travel.
What's your favorite destination like?
Favorite destination, I would say Himachal Pradesh.
So you've traveled outside India?
No, not yet.
I wish you get to travel soon. But why I want to understand is, travel, as everybody says, I would love to travel. I'm a traveler. Everybody's almost alternative bio you see on Instagram says, I would love to travel. But that's not traveling, right? Traveling is about experiencing the local life, giving yourself that time, and valuing and respecting the culture there. You can't expect that you will, I mean, for example, Goa as a tourism, right? You end up mostly in beaches, shack and party. But there is another side of Goa as well, which is green, which is very culturally conservative. But do you guys understand that this travel is not just a fancy thing out there where every Instagram reel you scroll through shows that, transition, you wear you're just there in every place. What it is for you is a travel.
I think, what you said, there's a mixture of people in this Gen Z generation also. Some people do, they go for solo travels.
Yeah,
I think those are the people, they travel to, you know, mix with the culture of the people of that particular place, learn things, taste their cuisine. And then there's, in comparison to that, there are other type of people who would, you know, just go with friends to chill, travel.
Are you
to see
this
places.
balanced person in real life, or you're just trying to balance it here?
No, I'm this balanced.
You don't have to be good on camera. You can be blunt.
No. I am this balanced actually. If I am with my friends, so it depends. Like, I have different types of friends.
Okay.
So there are friends with whom I can go and you know, travel and, you know, learn the culture of that particular place. And then there are also like people I'm friends with who would only, you know, choose to go and just chill.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm this balanced.
Very nice. So I think that's the difference, right? Till now, I've had conversation with all these undergrad kids, who are in verge of completing and getting into an MBA. So I can see a little more maturity while you put things on table, because last few guests I had here on No Filter Please, right? Like I said, undergrads is still in that volatile space and they think that, you know, they've cracked everything, mostly arrived in life. It's nice, you know, as you progress, you somewhere mature and you can find that balance. Because the common perception outside is Gen Zs are extremes. They do everything in extreme. So it is nice to find a balanced conversation. That's why I'm just taking cue from whatever you're ending your answer with. Now, you said friends, right? And we were discussing about money and things like that. So, and again, Christ as an influential campus. Now, when I mix all these three topics, do you shy, if for example, I put you in a situation like, I offer you a good paid job with minimal, time invested and all that, in something like you work as a barista in one of these coffee shops, or do you shy away from taking up those jobs, or, you know, or I put you to any of the retail shops where you're customer facing or working as a sales girl? Because hear me completely and process it. Because you're from Christ, there is certain amount of standard classiness, I don't know, pata nahi, cool factor that you are inbuilt or self-imposed, right? Christ, Olivia, and like a McD kind of a place where you would be serving burgers. Do you see yourself?
No, I can't see.
Why so?
I absolutely can't see.
But I'm sure you're the same kid who goes to US and there it is okay. In your universities, outside your university campus, you find this burger shop and you work.
Yeah, exactly. हाँ, मतलब
वो USA है dollar.
वो USA है and you're, you know, paid very well for doing that there. But यहाँ पे it's like, if I'm doing that job somewhere around Koramangala, I'm sure some Christites would find me, and I feel that's gonna be a bit embarrassing.
But just help me understand.
And also, we don't have time for doing that part-time job. So that is also there.
So that's different, right? I just want to know exactly. I mean, this is exactly what I wanted to hear. Some Christite will see you serving burgers. What would be the conversation inside the circle, inside the campus? You know what? I saw Olivia serving burgers. How uncool. Christ mein pad ke ye karna pada. Like, what would be the conversation? What do you think would be the gossip?
Yeah, I mean, I think if my friends do, you know, catch me doing that, they would say, yaar, ye kyun kar rahi hai?
But paisa mil raha hai na, baba. And izzat ka kaam bhi hai. It's not.
See, in India, people don't see it as izzat wala kaam.
Really?
Really.
Okay.
I think that way.
Okay. I mean, fair enough.
I mean, out in abroad, if you do it, I think it's okay. People will not judge it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in India, yeah, people do judge.
Okay, so again, we'll put up a situation. You are crushing on this guy in the campus, okay, and you're serving. You still want that money, so you'll decide 1 month मैं ऐसे ही कोई burger shop में काम कर लेती हूँ और coffee shop में कोई भी है ना, and that guy walks in while you're serving burger. What would be your reaction? Will you run away and hide yourself?
Of course. I'm not coming only. I'm not going for work only that day.
Okay. I'm just trying to imagine you running away. The guy walks in.
No. I'm like, हुई नहीं मैं वहाँ पे ऐसे ही.
Okay.
Vanish.
But what if that guy ends up appreciating, look at Olivia, oh my god, such a hardworking, self-made woman. Malab, have you thought about that? It can work in your favor as a self-made, coming from zero to hero. Wala
Then
style.
I think I am only thinking wrong. Like, yeah, it depends on the other people's perspective, how they are thinking. But yeah, if I'm emphasizing on what I think, yeah, I would be embarrassed. Pakka se.
What would your dad's reaction, mom's reaction would be knowing that you're working in?
ये करने के लिए भेजा है Bangalore.
None of your parents would say, I'm so proud of my daughter, she's earning her own money. No?
No, like, yeah, serving in McD's and all, no, they will not appreciate. Absolutely no.
Okay. Again, I just want to know Taiwan college kids, what do they think of it? That's all. I'm not judging. No, none of us will judge. I mean,
I have not seen any of my college mates or even juniors, working like that.
but I have heard few of Christ people working in decathlon kind
I
of.
mean, even I've got offers for working in clubs as event managers and all, but नहीं यार, I was like, नहीं यार, Christ में पढ़ती हूँ मैं, नहीं कर सकती ये.
Okay. Again, going to a very imaginary situation. What if you're not studying in Christ? Same situation, same background, same, the only daughter who would inherit all the wealth. Will you still? But why am I poking here and
Depends
just like,
on the job. What kind of job it
no,
is.
same kind of job, but you're not studying in Christ. Some tier 2 college, man lo.
Shayad, maybe. I would have
So
done.
this is with the campus. And the kind of, I think that's the confidence that a campus adds to you, right? I mean, it gives you that head over
Yeah.
the shoulder wala attitude.
I mean, the moment I think कि यार, I'm a Christite and यार मैं फिर वो club के बाहर खड़े होके ये काम करूँ? No, I can't do that.
I'll have to tell my marketing team, please, no, don't do campaigns for part-time jobs, especially on retail and things around Christ. What an input. Now what? Let's leave all this, education things, skill, money that we spoke. Because you're a social butterfly and all of those things, you been in any relationship? I mean, if you're okay to share it here.
Yeah.
Yeah? Sad, yeah, or happy, yeah?
I mean, yeah, ended sadly, but was okay.
Why did it end?
It actually बहुत
end
पहले
से
था.
शुरू करते हैं.
Almost 2 साल होने वाला है अभी
Breakup
हुए.
होके?
हाँ.
2 साल, मतलब, what, you were in your teens when you got into a, and
Not
how long did it?
teens, I was in my last year of college. तब it started and it ended when I came to Bangalore.
Long distance था इसीलिए.
हाँ.
मतलब,
नहीं, long distance तो था और भी यार चल नहीं रहा था. Like, I felt that maybe we're not made for each other.
oof. I mean, I get stressed hearing these words. How long did you guys date?
Almost 2.5 years या 3 साल के आसपास.
3 साल के आसपास.
हाँ, मतलब हाँ 2.5 साल के आसपास. 2 years and then some 7-8 months ऐसा कुछ. मतलब 3 साल के आसपास.
Bong again?
नहीं. Okay, wow, okay. So I think for every Bengali women, Bengali guys are the most unattractive thing in the whole world.
This is the promo content.
I
Gagan is happy.
I have never dated a Bengali man.
But explain why. Just
I don't
give a
know. I can't
justification.
even have a conversation with a Bengali guy.
अरे
मुझे awkward हो जाता है. Like,
क्यों? You guys know too many secrets or you guys know each other too well.
It's like मेरे दिमाग में बचपन से यार Bengali men तो never यार कभी नहीं. No.
कुछ तो concrete reason you'll have to put it, right? Why no to Bong guys?
I don't know. I just can't. I feel very awkward after 1-2 days and then I run away.
So is it like a small
I
community?
mean, I don't even enter the talking stage with a Bengali guy.
Please stay off the limit. I mean, whoever is watching Olivia on this show, if you're a bonk, she's not available.
Yeah, but also there's this problem. Whoever I attract turns out to be a vegetarian.
What's wrong in that?
I mean, I am a non-vegetarian.
So?
I'm a hardcore non-vegetarian, but every time, like, whoever, like, will get attracted to me, it will turn that, yeah, that guy is a vegetarian.
Yeah, now I'm confused because I have always been told Gen Zs are the most open-minded, very accommodative generation. I mean, what's wrong in somebody
I mean,
being a
see,
vegetarian?
if I am dating a guy who's a vegetarian और by chance गलती से अगर चल गया वो relationship, then what? घर पे तो non-veg नहीं बनेगा.
हाँ बाहर जाके खा लो या other person will adjust it for you ना. अच्छा baby बना के खा लो. I'm gonna close my nose and say.
वही ना, vegetarian से घर पे this problem is there. They can't cook non-veg inside the house.
So you think your
And
love?
I am a Bengali.
हाँ.
A girl who starts her day with mutton biryani, fish. Starts her day. So yeah, it's really difficult.
लेकिन कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा अभी. You'll have to.
I don't know if this problem has a solution or not.
But in general, do you have any friends who are, already going steady for 5-6 years and then because आप लोग बहुत trial and error, like you guys try and there is whole leave-in. I think leave-in say abhi it is moved to a next day like a
very less. मतलब ऐसे भी है ना कि like people who were in a very long-term relationship that I see that also breaking most.
Why?
Because this generation is
commitment phobia.
Yeah, बहुत ज़्यादा, too much.
Or is it like too exposed? Or option is like too many.
Too many options.
हाँ.
Also, if I talk about this city, it's like casualness is in the air.
Nice.
Nobody wants to give commitment. Nobody wants to give commitment. Even the people who are talking about that they want to give commitment, even they do not want to give commitment.
Okay, you're coming from too many personal experience. It sounds like already. Don't put it on Bangalore. Come on. I mean, I think this is now with the generation. I mean.
But why I'm talking about Bangalore because options are too many over here. Too many. Like I've heard people. I've heard from my friends. People they're swiping right on Bumble, matching, and booking hotels in 1 or 2 hours.
Oh.
I've heard that. Like yeah.
I mean, see, I think human evolve, and the only problem I see is at the rate at which they are evolving.
Yeah.
That's my concern because, see, when I also came from a tier 2 city, right? When I came to Bangalore, I ended up in a girls' college. So we would also hear same, hookup breakup story. Every 6 months, once boys' names used to get changed. मतलब कहानी same है that we happened to meet here in one of the common parties.
अभी वो every 6 months की जगह every week हो गया.
हाँ, that's exactly what it is, right? So for me, even then, coming from tier 2 middle class family, for me, I'm a person who believes in old school romance. You take time to know each other. We believe in chemistry. There has to be some kind of attraction that lasts long, and then we move to a commitment stage. But there is nothing that this generation is seeking. Like they are not understanding what is the chemistry like or what is the intimacy, or there is no such thing. Matlab, aaj free ho, let's go have a drink. I mean, it's come to that quick, right?
Yeah.
So, do you guys, I mean, I think it's too deep a conversation to have. I mean, I'll have to do 10 more episodes just to talk on that. But if you see divorce rate is increasing, if you see there is no commitment, and on the other side, there is, the emotional, mental imbalance, or what do I say, the mental health has been kicking in so strong. So don't you think having a constant partner, I mean, it can be a friend, boyfriend, or any other kind of a relationship, having that one constant relationship helps you have a better emotional health or a mental health?
Absolutely. But how to get that? How to fetch that? It's not available. I mean, there's no meaningful relationships. I mean, how will people create meaningful relationships when they get the utmost thing at very first? To reach that, you need to spend time.
किसी के पास time नहीं है.
किसी के पास time नहीं है.
Everybody wants everything in few seconds, few hours, and things like that. That is scary, right?
And the utmost thing that they want, they're getting it very easy over here. Everything is very casual.
Everything is open.
Yeah,
there is nothing hidden. There is no, that attraction that would make us go crazy. Wait for that message. Wait for that weekend to
People
meet.
are not chasing for it. They're getting it easy. And also, if they're not getting it from one particular place, then there comes options. They'll get from somewhere else. So the chance of making a meaningful relationship there, it ends.
So, do you have these kind of discussion at home? Are you okay to have
Yeah,
this?
all day I have actually.
मतलब घर पे है मम्मी पापा
Not ghar pe, like with my friends.
Okay. So, did any time your parents talk to you about this? I'm asking because one girl, second Bangalore as a city, and they've sent you, trusting you all the way here. Did your parents speak to you? मतलब, did they have that open conversation with you, saying, with a lot of responsibility, we are sending you, just take care of yourself? Was there any such kind of a conversation, or do they talk about these things? Mummy, do she ask like, everything okay? Is there a guy?
No. I mean, I personally don't prefer, sharing my personal life with my parents. My mom would just ask me, "You're not doing anything wrong, right?
Uh-huh.
You're okay, right?" Like, yeah, mama, it's okay. Everything is okay. Like, if I'm sad someday, she would
Sad
know
for about a guy or because
about
of
a guy or anything related to that. She will know. Like, she'll detect that through my voice, okay? And then she'll ask me, "You're okay, right?" Like,
How
anything happened?
leave all this? I mean, how comfortable? You said you don't want to discuss your personal life with them, right? First of all, again, I think this line is too blurred. They are the first people. I'm sure there is certain amount of dependency still that you have on them, right? I mean, you still depend on them for certain things, and suddenly you want your personal life and space, and this line somewhere gets blurred or get vanished as in when you start earning your money, and the dynamics between you and your parents will definitely change. Do you see that coming already, because you moved from a city and then you've seen a different world here, you're on your own, there's so much of freedom and things like that?
Of course. I mean, almost it's going to be 2 years now that I'm in Bangalore. And yeah, I think I've started living a life of my own. Like, I've
Okay.
not started earning full-fledgedly, but yeah, I mean, whatever decisions I'm taking, I make my decisions.
they okay
of
with
my
that?
own. Yeah. They give me that space.
Now, do they try to be your friends? Are your parents your friends? You, first of all, you want them to be your friends?
I don't want them to be my friends. My parents should be my parents only. I mean, I have a lot of friends, so I don't want my parents to be my friends.
Okay. Or do they think that they
I mean,
should?
I would get very awkward. Like, if I call them my friends and I see my friends in a way that I can share everything with them, but I cannot share everything with my parents.
Was it a
And
situation?
because I think that their point of view would be very different. The way they think would be different, and that would clash with my way of thinking. So it's better not to share it with them, right?
Okay. How often do you go home?
I don't go home. Very less. Like, once in a year, I'll go.
Don't you miss that, all this filmy things people
Recently,
say?
I went for Durga Puja.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I want to ask is, all those filmy things that people say, I miss home food, ghar ki yaad aayi hai. Does that happen with you?
Yeah, that too happens, but to satiate that, I cook for myself.
Self-manageable mostly.
Yes.
Good. I mean, I think pretty much we spoke about. Is there anything that, apart from these things, that you saw some situations around you where friends got into trouble? Because I'm very specifically asking is that there are two important issues that I see, because we deal with students like largely. I mean, we are a very student-focused brand. So there are two things that I see, picking up. One, they're getting into relationship issues. The second is they're getting into financial issues. I have seen a lot of students getting into loans, debts when they're in their 17s or 18 or, early 20, like 2021. I mean, that scares me a bit, that when you can afford only 100 rupees lifestyle, why do you go and opt for the 200 rupees lifestyle, and where that 100 rupee becomes a debt? Did you come across any such situation?
No. I mean, if I have 100 rupees in my pocket, then I would go for the 100 rupee lifestyle only.
Okay. So that...
I am not into, too much of a high-end kind of lifestyle. So, yeah.
I mean, do you mean to say you like to play, or the people always played within the boundaries?
Yes.
They didn't.
Yes.
So, again...
And I don't appreciate also people.
Yeah,
I
was
am
just-
myself very down to earth. I won't appreciate someone if they are not having that much money, but they are, going for all that very high-end kind of lifestyle. I don't appreciate it, and
Because-
I do distance myself.
Because you are a social butterfly, you are a micro influencer. I see you're very active. You put your thoughts, you're fearless, you are okay to put everything. So, what is this FOMO thing? Like, fear of missing out. What is this FOMO thing? Like, just take me through that. I want to understand two things. One, FOMO, and second is cool. If you can just define that, I think we're almost in the fag end of the conversation.
I think FOMO is, I would say, for me, it works when I see, it's related to traveling actually. When I see people, I see stories of people traveling to really beautiful places. Where
Does
my
it
FOMO
cause
works.
mental health? Like it?
If you keep obsessing over it, keep thinking about it, then yeah, it will.
Did you go through it personally on like getting stressed or
I think
depressed?
I went through FOMO only during the lockdown stage.
Okay.
Else, I think I only give FOMOs to people.
Ah, good one. That's the confidence. And what is this cool word? Cool. I mean, please somebody define that. I've been asking this question, so I want to know.
I myself don't know what is cool actually.
But your generation is using it left, right, center. I want to be cool. It's so cool to be there. What is this cool?
मतलब I don't know, like कुछ भी करते हैं, गलती करते हैं, उसका नाम रख देते हैं cool. I
So
think that's cool. Like I don't find every cool to be cool actually.
So cool is still a dark space.
Yeah.
Gray area.
Yeah, great.
People are using it for
Using
the
it
good and bad.
to hide their mistakes also sometimes.
I mean, because because the brand is focused and like the kind of words that we use, there's so much of Gen Z dictionary, and I don't know, there are a lot of influencers talking about it. Get ready with me, code GRW. I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of abbreviations that are coming, right? Again, there are a lot of hundreds of memes there that what will be the future like? Will you be like hi, like, going forward, everything is getting so short and everything is just getting squeezed into, 3 letters or 4 letters. Is it part of your dictionary or is it something that only Gen Zs, try to be a lazy and, just to put it in the SMS or a WhatsApp kind of a thing? I mean, what is up with shortening everything?
I think there enters the laziness. Yeah, because they don't want to type more, so they'll shorten, make acronyms of every word. I think that's the thing.
It's just laziness.
Yeah.
It's
and also to make it sound cool.
No, that is it. I was just thinking, is there a behavioral pattern here? I was just trying to understand. See, for example, with us, I was just telling it in the last this thing also. OMG, I think, what the fuck was the kind of things that we used to use, right? Now everything, I mean, at times I'll have to middle of the night call somebody or Google and ask like, what do you really mean by this?
Like GRWM, everything.
I will let you know. ILU, for me it is.
Yeah, ILU is I love you.
You
right?
or IWL. I mean, it is something like. Is it a behavioral pattern?
Yeah, I think they feel that speaking in such a way will make them look cool.
Okay.
And that's cool for them. I think that's why they do it.
Either it's lazy or just being cool. It's not the behavioral kind of like we are evolving to be acronym kind of a what do I say? I'm not finding a right word also.
I think it's also getting a trend. Using shortcuts in everything, short forms in everything.
Okay, so I think we've just moved to the fag end of the conversation. 2 things. One, we have the segment called Coffee Confession. So Tribal Brew is a very known coffee brand. They are artisan coffee brand, and they have a very cool, nice coffee on wheels kind of a thing. So they have this nice Indranagar Make outlet. So they serve nice coffee. So if you're there around, just see if you can grab a coffee, and they also give you student discount because we have a very good relationship with the brand. It's called Tribal Brew. So do you have any confession that you want to make? A coffee confession?
A coffee confession.
No confession? You're such an open book that everything is...
Exactly.
No. Don't escape. You're almost there. Give it to us.
One confession I would like to say. So, okay, I have never failed in my life, okay? In any subjects. And after coming to Christ, I got back paper. And I did not tell my parents about it.
Okay.
And I also overcame that. So, yeah, that would be my confession.
So, confession is you hiding it from your parents. Did they get to know? Or it's
No,
still
no,
a
no,
secret.
no, no. It's still a secret.
Okay. Will they freak out after?
Of course. I
But you
mean,
covered it, right?
I covered it. So yeah, I am gonna
But why did
let
you?
them know about it the day I get a placement.
Ah, that is a trade. But tell me, why did you just fail? I mean, why did you break it?
I mean, it was my first trimester. First, so it
Got
actually
distracted?
took me. I got distracted, really distracted, by the winds of the city.
Ah,
Yeah. So and
with freedom came a lot of distraction.
exactly, and also I needed the time to cope up. You know, you take a bit of time to understand the pattern of a particular university, like how to score and all.
Correct.
And also distraction played a major role in that.
Don't worry, if your parents are watching this, we'll just tell them she's covered it up. She'll anyway get placed. So all is okay. All is cool. So great chatting with you. Is there anything that you want to ask us?
Not anything.
Great.
for now.
Super. No, most of the time when I ask, all of them.
Okay, you tell me, how are you finding it, interacting with Gen Zs?
I have a Gen Z at home, so it's not
Okay.
new. I have a younger brother who's in his final year. But I'll tell you what surprises me. I mean, I love the way you guys think. That, like I said, clarity of thoughts, and you're okay to call spade a spade. I think for me, we didn't have that guts, or even. I mean, we used to think a lot before putting up something on table, right? To tell it at home or college or just to friends. That pressure of being the good bacha in the house was more with us. What I like about this generation, or what am I finding it very fascinating, or if I have to learn or take back something, is that self belief that you guys have on your own. I mean, it comes with its own baggage, but whatever said and done, the kind of belief that you have on yourself is something that I appreciate. It helps me build Timbuktu in a very stronger. That's why when I've been an entrepreneur, when I took a strategic break and when I wanted to come back and rebuild something or build something, I chose this very consciously because, like I was saying, going back, you guys are the policy makers next. You guys are the trendsetters. You guys are the next architects who will make this world a better place, right? So there has to be something good. You are an upgraded version of our generation. So I'm sure there is a lot good. And we wanted to do this podcast with a very sense of not building a brand or becoming popular. That's the last of the thing. But have that genuine conversation with you guys, right? It is important to talk because mostly we all are blaming. You guys don't spend time with us. You're always on your phone. There is nothing called family for you guys. I mean, where are you spending time then? What does it matter to you? Does elections matter to you? Does people who are ruling us, they interest you? Where are you guys spending time? What's it? So we want to have that honest conversation because I personally believe in this generation. There is a lot more that you guys can do and will do, and I'm so excited about that space. So that is why I personally decided to build a brand that works around Gen Z, and that's what I think of. They're the kind of clarity and belief that you guys come with. Amazing. Keep up the good work that you are already doing. We only wish you the best. If there is anything, Timbuktu is always available. I'm sure in our past interaction, whatever we could be of help, we've tried, and that's one promise we make to every student or a Gen Z we meet, that this is your space, this is your safe space. So yeah, wishing you all the best. Stay in touch, and
Sure.
we will be rooting for you. Just kick those buckets and emerge the successful traveler or an entrepreneur, whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice to have you on show. Looking forward to see you.
Thank you.
So we end our conversation and this episode. There is a lot more that we are bringing at Timbuktu. We will come out with many more fantastic episodes. Like I keep repeating, this is your space. So if you are a student and watching this podcast, feel free to reach us out. You can also be here on the couch discussing your life. What do you think? Your opinions, your complaints. So yeah, see you on the next episode. Till then, you guys take care. Remember, this is No Filter, please.